Hello everyone, this is my reminder that if you want to be my bureau, not only do you provide me with a living wage, but you also help to support free education here in Cambodia. We were really short last month because this virus has everybody discombobulated, and I understand. But any donation is very, very much appreciated. You'll get an email from me personally. You'll receive copies of my books. You'll receive exclusive videos nobody else can see, constant updates, and a bunch of other good things. You would really be appreciated so we can continue to provide this service to people who can't afford an education. So feel free to sign up on the link on the screen or the link down below. You can just click it and go there. And be my bureau like the following people have. As you can see, even he agrees. What's up, guys? It is Sunday, a little bit after 5 o'clock, 5:30, somewhere in there. I was going to go out earlier, but it was hot today. I think it got up to 39 degrees Celsius. And it was nothing but sun, so we decided to wait until the sun was almost gone. Beautiful sky though. Just thought I'd take you guys with me for a little walk as Siem Reap is slowly but surely coming out of its hibernation. Hello! What's your name? Oh, I am David. Chickens! Big chickens! Yeah, Siem Reap is slowly coming alive. Businesses starting to open back up, which is always a good sign. I understand there are parts of the world, the majority of which watch my videos more than this part of the world. And I realize things are really rough for you guys right now. Lockdowns are continuing. Things are not open, and it's pretty rough. So I just want to say that I understand. I also know that some people might be going through some, psychological things with this lockdown. Maybe you're not used to it. It's not something you're comfortable with. Luckily, I lived the lockdown life for a long time. Kept myself in isolation and quarantine. Voluntarily. But if that's you and you need someone to talk to, feel free to let me know. You don't have to suffer alone. There's always somebody for you to talk to, and you wouldn't believe sometimes how much just getting something off your chest it feels really good, even if it's not for advice or anything. Just the fact that you can talk to another human being about it. As I've said before, we're all kind of in this together. And we'll have to get through it somehow. Get on through to the other side. And I do have my coffee, by the way, but it's a little bit different. Got it in a water bottle. Sang Lai, who's back there. No. She makes good coffee at home with the coffee I got in my care package from a gentleman who came over here a while ago. I made a video about that, had some pictures and everything, and still got some of that coffee left. It is really good coffee. I am going to miss it once it's gone. I want to be clear on my last video. I talked about, my last regular walking around video. I talked about the new requirement, the new visa requirement. And there is an app in the Play Store, the Google Play Store. It's down in the comments if you're wondering where to look for it. You don't have to install it until you get here. Okay, if you're not in country, you don't have to do anything. Yeah, you don't have to install it. You don't have to fill anything out until you're actually here, when you actually arrive. Because until then, Cambodia really doesn't care where you are or what you do or where you go. And I know there were some concerns about the tracking elements, that they will be able to locate people by their GPS. And of course, security concerns are always something, that are important to people. And I do have to say right now, I have no idea. Suckers. I have no idea if that information is going to be shared with anyone else, if they're just going to use it for their own internal purposes, or anything like that. Of course, you don't know that about any kind of app. Anytime you download an app, there are usually permissions you need to allow for that app to be installed. I always try to think, what is the function of this app, and do they really need that information in order for this app to run? Like if it's a photo editing app or a glitch app or something like that, which I have several on my phone, yeah, it makes sense that they're going to ask permission to access my files and pictures, videos. If there's sound involved, it makes sense they're going to ask for permission to use my camera and use my microphone. That kind of thing. But when an app has nothing to do with that and they're asking for permission to change your phone settings and post to different places on your behalf, those are the ones I probably won't install. But as far as this one goes, for Cambodia immigration, my understanding is that they're using that so they can keep track of people who are on overstay, and for anybody who they might find out later are wanted in their home countries or another country. That might not be apparent when they first come into the country. And also, if you commit a crime and people are pointing the finger at you, they can use the GPS function to track down people who they feel may be breaking the law, so they can, of course, find those people. As far as I know right now, that's the only reason they're using the tracker on the app. I don't think there's anything nefarious about it. I think it's part of the functionality of living in a foreign country, and of course they have to keep track of all their visitors. Every country does that in some way, shape, or form. Of course, they don't tell you everything. And they've been it's been very confusing, some of the information coming out about the app itself. It's in very poor shape at the moment, which is another reason why a lot of people are waiting to install it for another month or two until the deadline on July 1st. Because it's very buggy, very glitchy. Your documents, from what I've heard, these are some of the issues. Documents are not being uploaded correctly. People's names are being misspelt. There's no edit function to go back and change any mistakes you might have made in your information. And people are saying sometimes it just doesn't work. They can't upload anything. They enter their information, hit submit, but it's an endless, non-stop loading screen until they get an error. And then it kicks them out of the app. So it's not great right now. But if you're listening to this thinking about coming to Cambodia, I wouldn't really worry about it, because by the time you get here, all these bugs should be worked out. We're the ones being kind of experimented on with this app. the foreigners that are in the country right now. Because this is mandatory for us if we want to renew our visas. But if you're sitting at home, your plans have been canceled, you can't come over here for a few more months, you should consider yourself lucky. You don't have to worry about trying to get something going that's all glitchy and buggy and all that horrible stuff. So I wanted to clarify that, because people did have questions and concerns. Like I said, if you go to my last video, look at some of the comments. I left the link for the app in the Google Play Store. I know it's available for iOS also. Since I don't have any iOS devices, I would not know what that link is. So I hope that makes sense. Got my lesson plans done for next week. In the last video I uploaded to my channel, Learn English in Cambodia, we were talking about clothing, going over the different types of clothes, words we use as clothes: undress, dress, get dressed, that kind of thing. And that's what we'll start the week out on. And from there we're going to move on to other things. But because we went through like, want, and need, like I say, what I try to do is build my lessons upon each other so we can learn things from the last lesson into the next lesson. Since we learned like, want, and need, if you saw my last video on Learn English in Cambodia channel, you know that's part of the practice. I like your shirt. I need a new pair of pants. That kind of thing. So we can incorporate the lessons we learned on those and that vocabulary into clothes, if that makes sense. Just a little update for you. I've had time this weekend. So what better way to spend it than getting all my lesson plans done for next week. And for being so hot earlier today, it's a really nice night out right now. Pretty cool. Gonna go over to Luke's in a little while, play some video games. We've been playing split screen and co-oping our way through Gears of War 4 for his Xbox One X that he has. The last Gears of War game I played was 3, so I never got to play this one before. Very interesting. I've always liked the gameplay in that game, and this one doesn't really disappoint. Got a lot of big, scary monsters, and of course all the shooting gallery enemies you have along the way. Always keep you busy on your toes. Gotta watch out for those snipers though. Whew. Those things will take you down quick if you're not paying attention. So that should be fun. I always have fun playing a game for a couple hours. Haven't been able to in a while. That is about all that's happening. Haven't gotten to the malls yet, but I still am going to do that. Sometimes people think I forget, and the truth is sometimes I do. But I have not forgotten about that. Just haven't been down there to do it yet. But I will. I will get there. Yeah, the river is looking pretty good too. Alright, be sure to check out all my links down below. I could really use your help financially. I realize everybody's having a hard time, but if you can donate, just click that link down there. It means a lot to me. Sincerely. I also have a Patreon if you want to join that. I have books down below, t-shirts down below. All kinds of good stuff you can check out. Also, there are links to other channels you should be watching in Cambodia to get a wider, broader perspective. And all my social media if you want to contact me. And like I said, feeling a little depressed, a little down, you just want to talk, feel free to hook up with me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook or something, and let me know. I'm available if you want to. Alright. Thank you all for watching. If you like it, hit the like button. If you haven't, feel free to subscribe. Alright, I will talk to you guys in the next one.